Welcome to the IT Smart Guy podcast, a technology podcast aimed at the modern business owner. And here's your host, Tony Edwards. Hello and welcome to episode 30 of the IT Smart Guy podcast, a tech-based podcast for the modern business owner. My name's Tony, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about Amazon's pending billion-dollar contract with Microsoft, BP's decision to invest in green tech, and the UK government's recent report on AI. We'll then go on to the brain dump, where we will have the final part of our series on email security. And then finally, as always, we'll have a tip of the episode. Let's jump into the news. Let's look at what's happening in the news. In a stunning turn of events, Amazon is reportedly on the cusp of finalising a monumental contract valued at over $1 billion with tech giant Microsoft. This groundbreaking deal will see Amazon subscribing to 1 million Microsoft 365 licenses, a source close to the deal has revealed. This was disclosed by Business Insider and is backed by internal documents and a well-placed source, and it sent shockwaves through the tech industry. Microsoft is poised to welcome Amazon as a significant customer for its 365 cloud productivity suite. Up until now, Amazon has predominantly relied on Microsoft's local on-premise Microsoft Office software. However, this bold collaboration signals a pivotal shift towards embracing cloud-based productivity tools. According to a source intimately connected to Amazon, this transition has been hesitant, primarily due to data storage concerns on Microsoft's servers. Sources indicate that Microsoft planned to kick off the establishment of cloud systems for Amazon in early November, with employee software transitions scheduled for early 2024. The scale of this partnership necessitates intricate processes to ensure a seamless transition, including precise allocation of cloud resource and the deployment of additional personnel within Microsoft's Office and security departments to adequately address the surging demand for services. Following this revelation, Microsoft's stock shares have experienced a nearly 1% surge, which is interesting if you think about it. But as of now, Microsoft and Amazon have refrained from commenting on this deal, leaving many observers within the industry eagerly awaiting these official statements. This unprecedented move is sending shockwaves through the tech world, given that Microsoft and Amazon have traditionally been fierce rivals, particularly in the competitive cloud space, where AWS and Azure have long been head-to-head contenders. From Amazon's perspective, this strategic maneuver appears aimed at equipping its employees with cutting-edge software solutions at a reasonable cost. While Amazon does compete head-to-head with Microsoft in the realm of cloud software and infrastructure, it notably lacks its own Office software suite. For Microsoft, this partnership represents a significant commercial and PR victory in the ongoing tech giant rivalry. Nevertheless, it also raises questions about potential antitrust concerns, as the European Commission is already investigating Microsoft for alleged breaches of these laws relating to the bundling of its UC and collaboration platform Teams within Microsoft 365. From Amazon and Microsoft to BP. Another groundbreaking announcement. BP Ventures, which is the venture capital arm of the renowned oil and gas conglomerate BT, has unveiled its ambitious plan to allocate more than 90% of its investment budget over the next 4 years to green tech startups. BP Ventures, a key player in the VC scene, with investments exceeding over $1 billion to date, has set its sights on channeling the majority of its financial resources into the company's transition growth engines. These engines encompass cutting-edge sectors such as electric vehicles, bioenergy, hydrogen, and renewable energy sources. The firm has outlined its intention to commit approximately $200 million for the current year, and the cumulative investment over the next 4 years is poised to rival the total capital infusion since its inception 17 years ago. Gareth Burns, the head of BP Ventures, expressed his enthusiasm for the new investment strategy, stating, that they've refreshed their investment strategy this year, and they're looking to significantly step up their activity in support of delivering upon BP's overall strategy. He also emphasised that backing startups offers invaluable insight into potential disruptive opportunities coming onto the horizon. BP Ventures has honed in on startups that are at the forefront of developing groundbreaking technology with the potential for rapid scaling. These startups seek the partnership of an energy company to support their development and contribute to the ongoing global energy transition. Notable recent investments by BP Ventures in the green tech space include a £4 million investment in Dynamon, a Southampton-based EV software company, participation in a $25 million funding round for BlueSmart, an Indian EV ride-hailing app, and a £5 million investment in IoTeca, an EV charging startup. Now in 2022, BP was accountable for approximately 340 million tonnes of CO2 equivalent emissions. Making this shift towards green tech investment is a potential move in the company's ongoing journey towards sustainability and environmental responsibility. But as BP Ventures positions itself at the forefront of investment in green tech startups, it signifies a remarkable transformation within the energy industry, underlining the growing importance of sustainable and environmentally friendly solutions in the corporate world. And finally, in a stark warning, a recent UK government report has raised concerns that AI, artificial intelligence, may pose an escalating threat to cybersecurity and trust in online content by the year 2025. The report suggests that AI could be used by malicious actors for planning biological or chemical attacks, potentially enabling terrorists to harness this technology for sinister purposes. While some experts have voiced scepticism about these predictions, Rishi Sunak is set to address the opportunities and the threats associated with AI in an upcoming speech. This government report primarily focuses on generative AI, the kind of system currently powering popular chatbots and image generation software. It does rely in part on declassified information from intelligence agencies, which is revealing some alarming insights. The report raises the spectre of generative AI being utilised to aggregate knowledge on physical attacks by non-state violent actors, including the development of chemical, biological and radiological weapons. It notes that while companies are actively working to implement safeguards against this, the effectiveness of these measures is going to vary. The barriers to acquiring the knowledge, raw materials and equipment for such attacks are diminishing, with AI potentially accelerating this process. The report warns by 2025 AI could facilitate faster, more effective and larger scale cyber attacks, making it increasingly challenging to distinguish between legitimate and malicious content. Joseph Yarnecki, a researcher specialising in cyber threats at the Royal United Services Institute, pointed out that AI can assist hackers, particularly in mimicking official language, making it a potent tool for cyber criminals. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is expected to address these concerns and outline the UK government's strategy for ensuring AI safety and establishing the UK as a global leader in AI safety. He acknowledges the dual nature of AI, offering both opportunities for economic growth and advances in human capability, while also introducing these new dangers and fears. The government summit set for next week will delve into the regulation of frontier AI, which refers to highly advanced AI systems capable of performing a wide array of tasks, surpassing the capabilities of current models. The debate over whether such systems could pose a threat to humanity is contentious. Could Skynet happen? Another report from the Government Office for Science emphasises that many experts view this risk as having a very low likelihood and few plausible pathways to realisation. It suggests that for AI to pose a risk to human existence, it would need control over vital systems, such as weapons or financial infrastructure, as well as the ability to improve its own programming, evade human oversight, and possess a sense of autonomy. The report acknowledges a lack of consensus on the timelines and plausibility of these future capabilities. While major AI companies agree on the necessity of regulation, the summit's focus has raised concerns. Rachel Caldicott, an expert on the social impact of technology, suggests that the government's emphasis on long-term risk may overshadow those immediate concerns. She notes that the government reports serve to moderate some of the fervour surrounding futuristic threats and highlight a gap between political positions and technical realities. The debate surrounding the role of AI continues to evolve, with questions about how to balance innovation and safety remaining central to the discussion. It's an interesting time, indeed, for the tech sector, especially within AI. But that's it for the news. Let's move on to the brain dump. It's time. Before we get to the brain dump, I just want to give a quick shout out to Keith Blakemore Noble. He's been a guest on the show. I've been a guest on one of his. In fact, the episode I was on somehow managed to be in his top 10 for 2022. But the reason I want to give him a shout out and some kudos is because we've known each other for a little over 4 years now. We're in a few of the same business groups, and we've never even met in real life. He's based all the way up in Scotland, and I'm based right down on the south coast of England. But if it wasn't for a half an hour phone conversation back in late 2018 or 2019, I don't think I'd been able to have done this podcast, at least the video element anyway. He gave me some tips about talking to the camera and helped to alleviate a little bit of the anxiety I was suffering from while trying to record some instructional videos back in a prior work life. So I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you once again, Keith, for your support and also for your continued support and encouragement now. You are a true gent, a friend, and ultimately a legend. It's time for the brain dump. Here we are. We are on the final part of the email security series, and today we're going to focus on email filtering. In today's digital age, small businesses rely heavily on email for communication, collaboration, and customer engagement. Now, while email is a critical tool, it's a prime target for cyber attack. Cyber criminals often use email to deliver malware, phishing scams, and other threats that can harm your business. To safeguard your business, you need robust email filtering and anti-malware solutions. In this part, we'll explore the importance of these, the risks they mitigate, and also the best practices for implementation. Let's start with the cyber threat landscape. So, small businesses are not immune to cyber threats. They are increasingly targeted by cyber criminals who see them as vulnerable and potentially lucrative targets. Now, email is one of the primary attack vectors for these threats. And some of the more common email-based threats that a small business will face include phishing attacks, where cyber criminals send fraudulent emails that impersonate trusted entities, tricking employees into revealing sensitive information, such as login credentials or financial details. Ransomware, malicious attachments or links in emails which can deliver ransomware, which encrypts a business's data and demands a payment for decryption. We've then got business email compromise. Scammers will use social engineering to compromise business email accounts and impersonate employees or executives to initiate fraudulent transactions or requests. And then we've got malware delivery. Emails with attachments or links can deliver malware that can damage a business's network, steal data, or cause financial harm. This is where email filtering and anti-malware can come in. These solutions are the digital shields that protect small businesses from these threats. And this is how they work. First off, they detect. Email filtering tools will identify and quarantine spam emails and those containing malware. They use various techniques such as signature-based scanning, heuristics, and machine learning to recognise and block malicious content. There's phishing detection in there as well. You've got advanced filtering solutions which are using algorithms to detect phishing attempts by analysing the email's content, links, and sender. They can also compare incoming emails to known threat databases. We've then got attachment and link analysis. These systems scrutinise email attachments and links to determine their safety. Suspicious or known malicious attachments are blocked, preventing the delivery of malware. And then we've got content filtering as well. These allow businesses to establish rules to protect against data leakage, offensive content, and compliance violations. So why is email filtering and anti-malware vital for small business? Small businesses underestimate the importance of email filtering, but these protections are critical for a number of reasons. Data protection. Small businesses store vast amounts of sensitive information, from customer data to financial records. Having email filtering solutions safeguards this data by preventing malicious attachments or links from either delivering malware or exfiltrating information. Financial security. Ransomware and business email compromise attacks can lead to financial devastation. Email filtering tools are essential to block these threats and to ensure business continuity. Then it's all about reputation. If you fall victim to a cyber attack, not only does it damage your small business, but it damages its reputation as well. Email filtering tools can help prevent a phishing attack that can tarnish your brand image. And it boosts productivity because it's dealing with those spam and malicious emails in real time, so your staff don't have to, meaning they're not spending as much time dealing with these emails and focusing more on their work. You've then got the compliance aspect. Many industries have specific regulatory requirements concerning data protection and privacy. Implementing email filtering and anti-malware solutions can help small businesses meet these standards. And then there's trust. Customers expect their data and communications with your business are secure. Having robust email filtering and anti-malware will contribute to that trust and loyalty. Now let's consider some best practice. So, for a small business looking to implement email filtering and anti-malware, there are a few things that you can do. Firstly, you need to select the right solution. You want to choose an email filtering and anti-malware solution that meets your business size, needs, and budget. Cloud-based solutions are often cost-effective for small business. You then need to train your staff. They have to be educated on the importance of email security, how to recognise phishing attempts and suspicious emails. Updates. And email filtering and anti-malware solutions receive regular updates to protect against emerging threats. They need to be enabled. And you might want to consider implementing something multi-layered. Using a multi-layered approach that combines email filtering with endpoint protection, network security, and user training gives you everything you really need as a small business. And then you want to configure it. You need to customize your filtering rules to prevent sensitive information from leaving your organization and also to enforce those compliance standards. And then comes the auditing. You or your IT company need to monitor the performance of your email filtering and anti-malware solutions. You need to conduct periodic audits to ensure you're being effectively protected. And then what about backup and recovery? We can't forget that. You need to make sure you're doing regular data backups and establish a disaster recovery plan in case you suffer from ransomware and data loss. Email filtering and anti-malware are the digital sentinels that protect small businesses from the ever-present and evolving threats lurking in their inboxes. By understanding the risks, embracing some of the solutions, and adhering to best practice, small businesses can safeguard their data, their reputation, and their financial security. Now, email filtering and anti-malware aren't optional. They're essential safeguards every small business should be embracing to thrive in today's digital landscape. That's it for the brain dump. Time for the tip. Our tip of the episode. So, my tip today is simple. Speak to your IT company. Find out what security they have on your emails and what you're missing, and to boil it down to its simplest, fill in those gaps. It will cost you some cash, but the money you spend on this is likely to be a lot less than you would if you were subject to a data breach and fined by the ICO or similar. That's it. Once again, we're at the end of another episode of the IT Smart Guy podcast. Thank you so much for watching or listening. I hope you found this episode informative, and I look forward to speaking to you again next time. We do have interviews coming back. Before you go, that one small favour I have to ask. If you've enjoyed the episode, even if you haven't, let me know. Leave a review or a comment on your platform of choice. I do read every single one, and it's the only way I can get better. And if you haven't already, give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. I've been Tony, the IT Smart Guy, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to the IT Smart Guy podcast. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please do consider to like and subscribe on your podcast platform of choice.